Hey guys, Cody here. Just going to be basically teaching you guys today on how to start up a interface for any type of application that you want to run standalone. So go ahead, open Visual Studio. We are doing it through Visual Studio. It's important that you open it as an administrator, so you can, when you're opening it, you can Control Shift, or you can just go right click and find Run as Administrator. So go ahead, start a new project. We are going to want a C hashtag in this case, which is C#, and we're going to be calling this login and out application. This is not actually how I do things. I usually go first letter like this. I'm pretty sure it's like camel case. So go ahead, press OK. And what you should be introduced to is not code, wait for it, is this. This is your actual interface. If we go ahead and press start, it'll take a second for it to load sensor. Okay. This is basically what it's coming up with. So if we were to make changes on here, it will make changes on here. Of course, you can't make changes when it's running because it's basically streaming this to this. So go ahead, close that. And to add things that people can use on your application, you want to go to your toolbox and you see all these. There's quite a bit that you can do, and you can see that there's more over here, the appearance. This, you can actually change your color, even to a background of light blue, and even to black. So we'll keep black. And let's add a few things. So I'll get you guys to change your color to any color. So go back color, and you can pick from any color in this list. You can even go into the web, and there's actually multiple colors, more colors available in this menu. So go ahead, select a color. I'm actually going to select aqua. Nah, aqua's too light. We'll go deep sky blue. That's better. And then after that, once you've selected your color, actually, yes, we do have one more thing to do. You can see there's something in a field of text. Change this. So we'll change this to login software. And what that basically does, as you guys can see, it's basically changed our application name. You can actually change your icon as well. However, I'm actually not that aware on how to do that, but I will find on how to do that and let you guys know. So let's go ahead and start creating a usable interface that the user can basically put stuff into, or that you can click on. So you can see that there's multiple things here. What's the first thing you want? A login credential. Yes. The first thing you would want is actually a label. A label being basically a text on your application. You can see it's just plain old text. To edit this, we went to the code. We don't want the code. To edit this, you just want to come over here, and you can see in text again, just like our application name, you can change it. So we'll go, please log in to your accounts. So again, this is just basics. No coding will be in this video, just basics on how to set things up. And go, I'd say 18, maybe a bit less. No, 18's perfect. I'd say 18's perfect. Oh, somehow we have deleted it. Not deleted, copied it. And probably, it's a bit touchy as well. We can probably, you can change your font as well, guys, but that's up to you. I'll go and change it actually, since we have the opportunity to do it now. We'll go Arial, and we'll go bold, and see how it just stands out a bit more. Cool. So if we run this, you can see that we get this. on our actual application that has launched. And you can see over here, it's quite cool. You can see how much processing memory it's actually using. So this application itself is using 30 megabytes of RAM and barely any CPU. Okay? So that's how you add a label. So now we want to add a input. Now as for inputs, if I'm correct, you can actually do a search, and that would be text box. So you want a text box. Now, you can actually add a field when making a password, so it blocks all, it encrypts basically. So basically it doesn't view all the letters. However, it is quite confusing on the process to do this. You can see there's a password car. This is basically if you set something to this, let's say we want an asterisk, and we launch our software. Anything that will be inputted here will be an asterisk. That's basically all it does. Okay, so that's all it does. It just basically blocks it from being viewed to you or the public. Of course, when we code, we want to actually physically encrypt the password that a user inputs. Okay, so this will be our password field. We can actually go copy and paste this, but first things first, we actually want to make sure that this is set to null. So if we start it again, you can view what you're inputting. This would be the user's ID. For example, an email. We can actually verify via a database for emails that have been inputted into the database as a username. But in this example, we will just be doing usernames. So like username 001. Of course, we have no buttons, so it can't really do anything, but this is basically explaining to you guys what it should do. So it should take the username, match it with the password, and when we go register or log in, if there's a username already taken like this, it'll go, nope, pick another one. Or if you go log in and the password's wrong, it'll go, nope, pick another one. Or try again. Or if the username is wrong, it'll go, okay, try again, please. You get it? Cool. So make sure you guys have that done. So again, it's in password car and asterisk or anything you like maybe you want a, I think I've been using the wrong, I don't know. It's the little star when you go shift 8. I'm pretty sure it's called asterisk. So now let's go ahead and we can actually name these as well. Give it an ID. You don't want it in text though, because if we go text, see how it puts text into your field? I mean, you can remove the text, but what happens? Nothing. It just basically removes it. It's like a placeholder. But again, you don't want that in here. There should be a ID where you can actually change the physical name. Here it is. In the design, you can actually change the name. So we'll go user ID. Call it user ID, and now this will be identified, and our code is user ID, which we'll take a look at in the next tutorial. And here we want to go password inputs. We will change this later on. Maybe we'll go actually password input, just PSW input for short. Okay, so that's basically how you name an ID on a C hashtag for an input. Believe it or not, you can actually do the same for your label. So we'll call this login message. Again, I'm using the wrong naming credentials, but that's okay. I usually go lowercase at the start and then anything after that, that's a new word. No spaces, just a capital. Okay? So that's how you can set up IDs. And now let's go ahead and let's go to our label. So we don't want a text because it's a input, and we want to drag something in here. So now we want to go ahead and we want to go log in. No, not log in. We want to go user ID. And basically we'll go, okay, this is the user ID box. Please enter something in here. Okay? So we probably want to make that about the same. Nah, too big. Probably half of which, maybe 12. Yeah, 12 will do us. And then we can delete this and drag this so it's in line here. You can actually stretch it so it's a bit bigger. And there you go. So we can copy paste. And we went back into our code. See how it hasn't changed our code yet? And see how this form is this form? It's basically, okay, there's two forms here. But we're not into the code yet. So let's go ahead and change our text here and go password. See how it doesn't fit? Probably want to make it a bit smaller. Unfortunately, just to make things tidy, we'll keep them around the same. So that will go like that, and that will go like that. And just to be accurate, not really accurate, but we want to go click, and usually at the end of a message like put your username here, I put the little two dots. Forgot what they were called. Silly me, should know. And basically now that's going to indicate to the user, okay, if we start it, okay, the user ID wants to go here. So like for example, we'll go 14109 and then a password. Okay, so basically it will, well, we haven't coded it yet, but it indicates to the user, okay, this will be the ID and this will be the password. Okay, so to finish off this video, we'll add two buttons to give the user the choice of logging in and registering to the basically application if they haven't already done that. So you can see down here, there's actually a button already here, or you can go toolbox and search for a button. Notice how there's a radio button? We could do a radio button, but then it would go, oh, this is what they want. When it's press enter, do this. You could do that. There's multiple ways of doing this. But it looks as if it's being a bit of a pain. So usually you see that sometimes it's above and under. We're going to do under. We may change this in the later project. So first we want register. Register. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. You can do it in all capitals if you want, but I prefer not to. 10. See how it doesn't fit? Just make it a bit bigger. That's better. And then you can go ahead, copy and paste it again. If you're lazy like I am. That's alright. It's efficient, and instead of dragging another one on. And you can go log in. Again, make sure that your IDs are set to a generic name. So we'll go my spelling again. Register button. And that will go, okay, set this to register button. And this will go log in button. And that will basically do the same for the login button. Okay? So if we start our application, and now these can be clicked, we can enter a value in here. See how it skipped over as I press tab? What's going on? I don't know. That will be a bug that we would have to fix later on in our program. So basically now our aim for the coding is to pass this into a database. Pass this into a database as encrypted format. So it's not basically sending the actual password to the database, it's sending a encrypted formation of the password. And it'll go either, okay, add this to the database, or grab this from the database and verify it. So that will be our aim in the next tutorial. Now if you go full screen, you can see that it's not very great. It's because we're actually designing on this size of a application, and basically it's launches at that size that you've previewed. Okay, so guys, we are going to add more to our application, but I'm going to end the video here. Go ahead, and if you got stuck, rewind through the video. We are going to start some C# next time, and I'm going to go step by step very thoroughly with you guys on how to do these things. So guys, remember to subscribe for more tutorials just like this one, and I'll see you guys in the next video.